talk about the draft experience. Like, again, we've talked a lot about Minnesota hockey here. You grew up following the team. You get drafted by the Minnesota Wild. Like, what was that day like?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience, obviously. Yeah, just going into the draft, you're always super nervous draft night, and then sitting there when the Wild walk up to the stage, you're obviously thinking it in your head, manifesting it, but at the end of the day, you think it's too good to be true. So to really hear my name called by them was a really cool experience, and something I definitely won't forget.
Was there a lot of meetings with them beforehand, and you kind of have an idea that if you had a certain spot, they'd be there, or was it kind of a little bit of surprise to you still based on other teams you talked to in that first round?
Yeah, I had some meetings with them and some other teams. I definitely thought like a little bit but I said, I thought yeah, they were very supportive in their meetings, but you never know if they're trying to play mind games and how it gets. So for me, it was really too good to be true, but you always keep the options open. And yeah, like I said, an unreal experience there in Nashville.
Any weird questions from Billy and Judd?
Not much, honestly. I'm trying to think back. That was a few years ago at this point. Was obviously the animal one they always ask about. But yeah, other than that, not really.
The cool or not cool part about the draft is all the projections, right? You're trying to project what a 17-year-old is going to be in the NHL at a different level, and they say, "Oh, this guy's a second line center, this is a third line winger." Like, this is like, what are your expectations, or you know yourself better than anybody else does, any scout does. Like, what do you project yourself as kind of a best fit for your identity kind of on an NHL team?
Yeah, I'd say just that 200-foot, power forward that can move, using his size to an advantage, like I talked about earlier, like getting hard on the forecheck, being F1, getting back, winning draws, ability to create plays in front of the net at times. I think really the big thing would be playing to those strengths, of the true power forward strengths up the middle of the ice.
And so, like, maybe last year you're trying to score too much, I guess, or maybe the things you were trying to do in Wisconsin, maybe try to get out of your game to try to maybe work your way out of something. Is that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I think I built a lot of bad habits at time early on in my college career. Getting away from what made me the player I was, growing up and going through the program, and didn't get myself in the best position, and ended up, not having a great 2 seasons. But like I said earlier, it was a big thing getting my identity back over the summer and early in this season. So continuing to stick to that and build on that power forward game.